Concentrate power. You're in the dog zone for an hour. Come on. You know the number. 1-900 hot dog. 1-900 hot dog. 1-900 hot dog. Yeah, 9,000.
Welcome to the Dog Zone 9000, the official podcast of 1-900hotdog.com, the final comedy website. We have an all-star cast of writers doing text and images formed into jokes every day. Deep dives into atrocities, art projects, based on madness. I'm not very good at selling it, but it's my favorite thing, and people like it. Go to patreon.com/1-900hotdog to subscribe. I'm web favorite Sean Baby, and my beautiful daughter started 3rd grade this week, so I have every airborne disease. My partner was voted pretty close in Chest Hunkman's Search for the Buns, now streaming on Groin. He's web favorite Robert Brockway.
You know what? I'll take it. That's the best one yet. I can spin that one. All right, here's a Brockway fact. I was expelled from my high school for something called the Lifesaver Scandal. No follow-up questions.
Oh, I read about this. This was national news. Our guest is a writer and columnist right here on 1-900hotdog. She's web favorite Lydia Bugg.
Happy to be here and to be a web favorite.
Top internet favorite.
Yes, I love being an internet person. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We're the last of the internet people.
It's true, we are.
This kind of internet people, I guess.
Yeah.
We should do some plugs, though, for the stuff that, actually does make money.
Okay. You can find my articles every Monday on 1-900hotdog.com, the best and only comedy website left on the internet, I'm pretty sure. They have a Patreon. Also, I made $1,700 on TikTok this month.
Wow.
Because I had a TikTok get 1 million views. It was about the Addams Family. So you can find me on TikTok at Lydia.
I guess we're pivoting to TikTok? I gotta get in on that TikTok action.
God damn it. We've been trying not to pivot to TikTok for 4 years now.
Yeah, it was a crazy month. And I'm going to use the money to get my dog dental surgery.
The Addams Family, my Addams Family observations have paid for my dog's dental surgery.
Yes.
What a great future we live in.
Yep.
It's true. It's a utopia.
Yeah.
I like the idea of somebody who didn't work in media just suddenly saying something about Addams Family, getting $1,700 and then trying to recreate that. Just here's something about Addams Family too. Why isn't anyone looking at it?
That happens all the time, Sean.
Yeah. People go mad on social media all the time. Yeah.
That's actually one of my favorite things that happens. I love going back and finding somebody that coined a meme and they're still trying to be everybody wants to continue talking about my meme, right?
There was a really good one recently where this guy made a TikTok following around the fact that he wasn't an influencer. His name was Hub's Life, and he was doing these aesthetic videos of coming home from his 9-to-5 job and making dinner and being I just have a normal life. And then he quit his job to become an influencer, and his audience got really mad because they were his whole thing was you don't have to be an influencer.
Amazing.
But you can. But if you get the chance, you fucking take it. You take it and you run.
I love the phrase "his audience" when it's just a dude filming his living room.
It was basically probably something people watch before they take a nap, I guess.
Yeah,
sure.
That's what's killing Hollywood.
Yeah.
We gotta watch a normal guy sit on the couch instead.
This is a bright and happy intro.
Yeah. Brockway, do you have anything urgent to plug for legal matters?
I am legally obligated, of course, to continue promoting my book. I just, something's gotten lost in all these plugs, and that's that I really like this book. I'm really proud of this book. I really like my publisher and my editor. They're great people. Impress me all the time. We just had the cover reveal for my book, and the art team made such a beautiful thing. It's got the sprayed edges of a fancier book. I'm not fancy enough for sprayed edges. I putting on airs over here, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a TikTok book.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful, pretty book. I have no hard feelings against the team that is putting together the book and that has helped me make this book, and I'm really proud of it. It's called I Will Kill Your Imaginary Friend for $200, and it comes out we moved the date, January 27th now. 2026, and that's coming up fast. So please, please, please pre-order it, or I will go to prison because I do not have any fondness for my publisher's lawyers. My publisher's lawyers are monsters. They are not people. They are not people. I have not. This is a little spur of the moment. I haven't checked into the legality of this, but jihad. Can I say jihad?
Let me check. No.
I'm just saying the word. I'm not pointing it. I'm not pointing at anybody.
LegalZoom says it's a bad idea. It's like, it says LegalZoom about us, why you shouldn't say jihad. That's how their website is laid out.
So we'll find out how many more copies I need to sell to make up for what I just did here next week. So if you could just start buying preliminary copies in advance of the hole that I'm digging. Like, I need you to start filling in the hole faster than I can dig it, and I'm digging really fast. So please pre-order. Please pre-order my book.
ChatGPT says it's fine to say jihad. It says it's a good idea, actually. So
see, that's where I got it. That's what I asked. I told it to pretend to be a lawyer and then to give me advice. And it did tell me to drink poison, but after that, it said it was fine.
Yeah, it said to mix it with your favorite 11 chemicals. Okay. Yeah, this makes sense. This all makes sense.
Go buy my book. I'm in so much fucking trouble.
I guess we mentioned that writing funny articles on the internet is sort of becoming more of a specialized thing, mostly because billionaires and the robots have decided we only want 5 places on the internet, and none of them are for funny articles, which means we, our website, and the 3 of us are precious specimens to be studied. How do we work? What made us? What media did we see that made us say, I'm going to grow up and make fun of this shit? Brockway and I talked about ours in the previous 2 episodes. You should go listen to them. I'm sure we'll make lots of Karate Size and Rubik, the Amazing Cube references today. But this episode, we're talking about Liddy's. So, Liddy, please tell us about this very, very cursed thing you shared with us and how it put you on the journey you're on today.
I would love to.
Where your dog's teeth count on your Addams Family observations.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about this. I hadn't thought about it in years. And when you asked for like what is like something that would like be on the site that you know, was the first thing that kind of sparked your interest in this kind of thing, I thought of it pretty automatically. So picture this. I'm in a village of 2,000 people where I grew up, and my dad is one of the was really early in working from home for a tech company. He was a computer programmer. So we always got.
Can I stop you? Because village is a strange choice of words. Like
No,
small town.
Well, it's called the
like an
village
American.
of Catlin. That's where it's literally like.
Okay.
It's a village.
And are you allowed? Are you allowed right now to be telling outsiders about the village?
Yes. Yes, I can. It's not special.
Did a legend of a beast keep you locked within the village walls?
No, I was allowed to leave as soon as I turned 18 and passed the trials of fire.
Okay, good.
Just like everyone else. Yeah, it's a quaint little place. It's got 2 bars, 1 restaurant, and a Dollar General now, which is great.
And your dad had a job as a computer programmer in a village.
Well, he worked in a bigger town that was nearby, like that, but like he worked from home. So like he was my primary parent. He was the one that like, you know, got me dressed and ready to go to school and did my hair. And, but he did all that from home. Well, my mom was a teacher, so she had like a more demanding schedule than a computer programmer.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But anyway, we always got, because my dad was really into tech stuff, we got like the internet before anyone else. We got Apple like stuff. We always were like I was the first kid in town that had an iPod when they came out, and we were the first people to get satellite. And this was like when I was in junior high, I think we got satellite, maybe a little before that. So I watched a lot of shows that I would like go to school and try to talk to other people about, and they would be like, I have no fucking clue what you're talking about. And my favorite channel was called Wham, which showed a lot of teen shows from New Zealand. And I was obsessed with a show called The Tribe, which was like post-apocalyptic. I thought of The Tribe first when you said this, but I was like, well, no, I didn't think The Tribe was bad. I thought The Tribe was the best show on earth. And like growing up now, seeing it,
we're all Tribe heads here. Everyone listening.
Everyone knows The Tribe. Like and when you guys watch this, I'm sure you noticed it said like tiny on the bottom, like The Tribe in the far right corner, because that was the huge hit of the company that made the show I had you guys watch, which was Atlantis High. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like and the tribe was so big in New Zealand. They had like conferences. There were like, you could go on Tumblr or whatever, and people would be talking about like the behind the scenes stuff from the tribe. And like there were rumors that like when people got kicked off the show, it was like, oh yeah, they don't have good grades, so they got kicked off the show, but like next season they might be back. Like they would kill people off all the time, and then they would come back the next season, and it would be like, oh, they had to get their grades up or they couldn't be on television.
Are we talking about like actual school grades, or is this like dystopian? Is this like village grades?
Like lizard eating grades.
Yeah, like your rank in the village.
No, it was like they got a D in biology, so they weren't allowed to be on the Vampire Diaries anymore. Like,
Yeah, okay, that's really. I get it now.
Is that a thing in New Zealand? Because we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck over here.
I know. No, I think they actually took care of these kids. I don't know, though, because...
Oh, wow. Okay.
Another weird thing about the tribe is a lot of the cast of the tribe is in Atlantis High, which was why I was watching it. Even though it was terrible, I would be like, well, I can still stare at the people from the tribe, I guess. This was, like, just a much worse show. It feels like the dreams that I have a lot. There'll be like stuff going on in the background that makes no sense. Like I watched like 5 or 6 episodes to refresh myself. And there's one where they're all in biology class and there's just a guy in the background lifting weights, but instead of weights, he has a giant tortoise.
Yes. You know what this is to me? Do you ever play the video game Paperboy? It's like Paperboy shit where like you're a paperboy, but then you'll pass something. You're like, wait, what was that? Like things that seem sort of like background action, but aren't quite right. Like the Grim Reaper will just be on the sidewalk or there'll be a single breakdancer in the middle of the street. Like they sort of make sense because something had to be there. But then like when you look at it too long, you're like, wait, no. What? And it just feels like somebody has like created this entire backstory for just 1 second of just something you're not really supposed to focus on. And this whole show felt like that. There's just shit happening. And if you look at it, you're like, no, wait, why is someone just rowing a boat on the sand?
Yeah.
Was I supposed to see that?
Is that going to come back later? No.
Nope.
This is kind of a standard sort of style in like children's TV that I felt like I was primed for. Like as soon as the intro to Atlantis High started playing, I'm like, oh, I kind of get what this is. This is like a takedown of those Disney kid/teen shows being like, if everything was actually like this, it would be very unsettling. What if there was something worse going on underneath that? And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm on board for that. It's like a Gravity Falls or something, you know? It's
oh no.
It's something that like, or I don't know, like a Welcome to Night Vale. I don't know.
Like that's just like, such a better version of this.
Yes, okay, but I didn't know that watching the intro.
Yeah.
So when I was watching the intro, I was being very generous and thinking like, okay, all of this like random stuff they're doing in the background that at first glance appears to be Cheese Weasel LOL so random stuff is gonna like, there's a reason for it, which there's some context, even if it is, just you're supposed to get a laugh out of the kids by doing something random. It's gonna have some sort of placement within the universe, and it's not just gonna be a fucking Where's Waldo on film the entire time. But no, it is. Every single frame is just a Where's Waldo, only instead of Waldo, you're looking for any kind of meaning. You're just like, does any of this mean anything? Like, I'm including the main characters and plotline. Yeah. Like, you guys have to, like, solidify something. It is very dreamlike in not a skillful artistic way, but in the liquid madness of its reality, where you're just like, you're never gonna explain anything. Like I'm just supposed to be just rootless, it's drifting aggressive through this.
Just to give the vibe, I did take a clip of the intro song.
I love the intro song.
Ocean breezes always pleases, catch a wave or two, sunset come, we all love sea, because it's summertime, we have some summertime, our sheep fast, she's called summertime, ocean girls.
Where did the story of Atlantis High begin? More importantly, where would it end?
What?
just a real soulless Beach Boys song.
Yeah.
Oh, but I repeat myself.
Oh, I think Beach Boys. I don't know if you
love
ever
the
tried to
Beach
sing a
Boys.
Beach Boys song. They're really hard. They're like, it's very complex musically, more deceptively, I suppose. But also, like, those poor guys had to just keep making songs about the beach. Like, I just feel like you had no choice but to go mad.
Yeah, there's only so much you can say about the beach, and they really said it.
Yeah, I actually thought about this during the theme song, because the theme song had this lingering sadness to it that it made me think about the Beach Boys and the poor Beach Boys.
about the hell they must have accidentally trapped themselves in, which is very,
Yeah.
good job show, setting a vibe, making me think of being trapped in your own hell, which is maybe one of the reasons for this show existing. I also just want to say, like, that first sentence that the main character speaks, I usually watch stuff like this on like 1 1/4 speed playback. I realized immediately I couldn't do that with a New Zealand accent. Like, what the fuck? What was that?
How does it end? How does it end? How does it end?
You can listen to it at normal speed and be like, it's fine. It's a weird accent, but I got it. But like, you speed that up even a little bit, and it's Star Wars gibberish. It's crazy.
Yeah, and he has both like that thick New Zealand accent, and he has kind of a lisp. So
A lisp, yeah.
really hard to understand him sometimes.
I had to rewind a lot. Plus, we've mentioned how that it's madness, but like this intro is like, there's a volleyball game where half the men are in neon Speedos, and then there's a woman running on the beach, and I guess it's our hero, because I didn't know at the time, but he's got like battle damage, like running up to hug her, but she doesn't know him, and so she just runs past him, and I was like, oh, that's weird that this guy thought he was coming to hug her. But seriously, it looks like he just got hit by a hand grenade. Is it just sand, or am I mocking someone who got a gorilla chest implant? These are the things that are going through my head while the Beach Boys sadness is assaulting me. It's so weird.
It's so weird. I think that the metaphor at the core of the show is that every character is as crazy as possible, and all that Giles wants, the main character, is to fit in. But to fit in when everyone is like, has got something, like one girl is like allergic to all fruit, it makes her homicidal. One guy is a superhero. So like, how do you fit in under those circumstances? It's impossible. And that's like what being a kid feels like anyway, I guess. So if I'm going to be really generous, I'm going to say that's the metaphor at the heart of the show.
I found a lot of, like, I was trying to be that generous too. I was trying to be like, considering what it might be trying to do for the kids. Like, is this about, because everything is so contextless as a child, like there's so many things happening that you just don't get an explanation for, and you can ask all the questions you want about it, but people get annoyed giving you answers, and you're like, you have to just learn to let a lot of stuff go and hope, like, maybe, whatever that was will be explained to me later. And like, is that like why children find the meaningless random stuff so funny? And is that what the show is trying to do? And I decided, no, it just sucks.
Yeah.
It just doesn't understand, like, because even in the shows like, I don't know, Invader Zim or whatever, that rely on the random humor, like, there is a placement within the universe.
Yes.
Like, the stuff that pops up that's random is like, okay, there's like at least an aesthetic tie, like a visual tie to this. There's like some sort of logic why this should be here. Or it's addressed somehow. Like maybe just like Zim will react to it or say something. Like, it doesn't, meaningless madness doesn't flash by the screen and nobody acknowledges it. It's not just shapes hurtling around, which is what
That's
this
a good
is. This is
example,
just shapes
yeah.
and colors.
Well, and we keep calling it a children's show, which it is, but also it's extremely horny. I think it's more like
So horny.
It's really
Horny and dark.
Yes. I think it's
Yeah.
more like a teen show, but it seems like it should be a children's show. I don't know.
Yes. That's like, I get that this would be, it's kind of the Saved by the Bell target, where it's like sort of for teens, but why would teens watch this? Teens aren't actually watching this.
Yeah.
But like, I have to assume, I'm generously assuming that their target audience was, I don't know, 2. Like, because again, it's just colors and shapes making noises. Like, this is not going to teach a child anything. If anything, your child is going to unlearn language watching this.
I mean, yeah, look at me. This clearly damaged me as a child. That's why we're here today.
We're talking about it as your origin story. This is your ooze that fell in your sewer.
But it so is too. Like, I was explaining it to my husband. I'm like, I don't know. Everyone has a cool name, you know. Johnny Montana, Octavia, Vermont, Violet Profusion is the principal. Like, there's just some really cool stuff about it that did stick with me, but it is like fucking insane.
Yeah. I noticed early that they were already like replaying footage. Like
Yeah.
during the opening, it was, I tried to write down things that were happening. Like there was guys in biomedical safety equipment installing satellite TV in the suburbs. Then it cuts to a wizard. And then the voiceover said the mom was doing something classified. I'm like, hey, I got to just stop keeping track of the weird shit happening.
You can't do it.
But then it cut to the exact B-roll from the theme song montage that I thought was so weird. And I made note that we're 1 minute, 24 seconds into the show and it's recycling footage. And I thought, this is going to be a bad show. So I like don't have a point of reference to like maybe whatever Disney Channel stuff this may have even been referencing the skeleton of. So I already was like, had no footing, but I already was very certain this was low quality bullshit and I shouldn't try to find meaning. So anyway,
Yeah.
that's where I was.
I mean, supposedly the premise of the show is that the high school is built on top of Atlantis and strange things happen there, right? They don't even mention that in the pilot.
Yeah, that should be the theme song.
Yeah.
Like we know how to do that.
Yep.
Like
They
you should
say,
you
hi,
should
my
say
name
something.
is Rubik, and I'm here from Atlantis to tell you that this place was built on the graves of my people.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, they don't even get to that in the first 4 episodes that I rewatched. There's no Atlantis until probably halfway through the season.
So it's just hoping to like hook children on contextless madness long enough for them to be like, yeah, it's just Indian graves, baby.
Yep. It's going to end like Poltergeist.
So, like,
an implosion.
I took away from this what's so strange about the vibe is like we're doing a Lost Boys basically. Like the kid is like a normal kid and he's coming into this insane town because he's being dragged there by his mom and his mom's new job. And like you're supposed to get that it has the natural creepiness of like early Disney child teen shows where you're like, oh, this vibe is really unsettling. None of these people are like real. This doesn't look right. And they're playing with that. So like at very first, you're like, I am kind of on board with this. That's a good like show to drill down into that. But then the mom is supposed to be the normal one. And the second she gets out of the car, she starts acting completely fucking insane. Like she's chewing on words. She's making weird mouth shapes and like not in a New Zealand way, just in a fucking weirdo way. And you're like, is she trying to, is it like, oh no, mom has been instantly corrupted by this place? And like, I don't think so. I think she's just a shit actress in a kid's sitcom. So we don't understand like you're trying to subvert because the normals have to play it different.
Yeah, there's
Like-
every single person in this show is the comic relief character, except Giles.
They all think they are, and even he starts to get like infected by their energy. It's very, very pantomime-y gestures, and you're like, you can't subvert this if everybody's like this. It just doesn't work.
Yeah. I did write down some of the things that happened in that first scene. I said I wouldn't, but I couldn't really resist. So the mom like jumps into the arms of these weird hunks and then like they carry her into a store. She didn't even say what store she was going to. She just gets out of the car and jumps into the arms of these strange men in
Yeah,
a way
she got
no one
no
has ever
question.
jumped into anyone's arms. Like they did a gesture and I'm like, I don't know what that means. She's like, oh, I know what this means. I'm going to sit on your elbows. It's fucking crazy. Then there's a
Zero
hunk
questions
cop.
about the human hunk chair.
Right. Zero questions. Some hunk cop was waving people across the street, and then the woman behind him was just like petting his haunches. I made a note of that. An old man is in a crate, like looking around, and then we find out he's the grandpa of the child on top of the car.
Yes.
Again, so you were this fucking weird before coming to town. So this is not a weird town. Like that's what you've just done. You've just subverted the whole thing. The whole thing is off.
Yeah.
There's also a UFO that we've cut to a few times now. There's a 5-star Navy admiral in the bushes watching the main character. And then there's a robot plant that's watching her. There's like a surveillance flower that's I took a clip of the mother saying goodbye to the boy at high school. Maybe this will help explain things.
Well, son, here you go.
So you're not going to come with me to the principal's office?
Well, hell no. Schools give me the creeps. You got raging hormones, peer pressure, bullies, and that's just the teachers. Mom, see you later, son. Make me proud of you.
So I just wanted you to like hear how the punchlines of the show land, and then how, like they'll bounce back from that with just like madness. Did she say "make me proud of you"? I don't know.
And in tradition with this show, we're not even going to comment on the sound effects having you various times inside a laser beam and underwater. Like all of that happened in one scene. You're just like, what? Why is where's the robot dentist? Why am I in a jacuzzi? What's happening?
And everyone behind them is like posing for pictures where there are no cameras. It's just like just doing weird poses.
Or there's like army men in the background with little metal detectors at all times. Whenever they show the school, there's army men with metal detectors in the background, and just nobody says anything. And they're wearing camo, but it's like bright blue. Yeah, it's it's a lot
Our
happening.
guy gets so much, and our guy like gets immediately ambushed by a girl with a beard, and she's like exploiting feminism to strong arm him into donating to some like kind of anti-lady shaving charity. It's felt like a really mean joke. But about what and at whose expense? Like, it just felt like a handful of sarcasm sand slipping through my hands. Like, I didn't get it. But it felt like a joke where, like, God, a dick wrote that, but I don't know about who.
Yeah, a lot of times I just assumed, I caught myself trying to assume, like I do when I'm watching, I don't know, something from another culture, an anime or something. I'll assume, like, oh, I didn't understand that. That must be a reference to, like, their life or folklore or culture that I just don't have the background to understand. But it can't be every second of the show, because there was not a solid second of this show that I didn't think, oh, well, that must be a reference to something that also must be a reference. There's like 25 references to things I don't understand in this scene.
Or like things that they're setting up for later, and no, they're not. It's just happening. Like, especially in this episode, you meet so many characters all in a row, and every character has a thing, and they're all very different from each other. So it's like, you meet the girl who has a poltergeist attached to her. You meet Johnny Montana, the most popular boy in school, and the girl who's obsessed with him, Sabrina. And her thing is just jealousy, and she like cuts off a girl's pigtail because the girl is fanning him and feeding him grapes, and like that's their intro.
Yeah, that was fucking weird. I actually have a clip of that too.
Oh, thanks. I really appreciate the help.
Oh, that's okay. My shrink says I should reach out to more people.
Why, you'd seen a shrink?
Oh, yeah, just for stuff. Look, that's Josh Montana. He's the head boy. Hi, Josh.
Hey, Sophie, how's the poltergeist?
And that's Sabrina. She's crazy about Josh. A little bit jealous, even.
I hate you. Hi, Sophie. How's the poltergeist?
I see. You said she had a poltergeist attached. I heard them say that probably 8 times. I didn't know they were saying poltergeist. I was like, oh, poltergeist. Poltergeist, that must be a New Zealand, like, fucking sandwich spread or something.
That's a New Zealand dish. Yeah.
By this point, I think I was assuming that they just took New Zealand babies and drowned them each for like 10 minutes a day. And that's why this show's so fucking crazy. I was willing to believe anything to explain this show.
You didn't get poltergeist when they got to X-orgasms?
Yeah, I was waiting for that clip.
I took a clip of that too. Yeah, let's play that.
You have a poltergeist?
Oh, don't be silly. There's no such thing. At least, that's what my shrink says, and he's much nicer than the priest.
The priest?
Oh, sure. He used to do X-orgasms with me.
Don't you mean exorcisms?
No?
That's way dark for this show. Like there's I know you're supposed to like throw in a little something for the adults, but like I want to give my favorite example, which is Animaniacs and the fingerprints joke, where they say like, Dot, get fingerprints. And she runs off screen, comes back with prints, and he's like, no, I said fingerprints. And she goes like, I don't think he'd like that. Like, the kids aren't going to get it.
Yeah.
But adults do, and it's fine. That's not what this is. She looks straight into the camera and is like, my priest used to fuck me. What?
Danger room style.
Like,
yeah.
The kid is going to have some questions. At the very least, Mommy, what's orgasms?
She says, what kind? X orgasms? Oh, yeah. That's when Professor X puts on Cerebro and
oh, that's
fucking
something
comes at
priests do.
Yeah.
It's totally normal. Don't worry about it. What the fuck?
I mean, she does reveal later that at least the priest is dead, so...
The poltergeist, the poltergeist
so
killed the priest, apparently for molesting her, I guess. Way too dark.
Relentless insanity. Every fucking moment is just like a little vignette waiting for us to walk by it so it can start and end. And like Josh Montana was like the worst of that because like everyone involved in the scene was doing like a little play, and I don't know.
Like,
and they're all independent. Like she snips off that pigtail and the girl doesn't care. She doesn't react to it at all.
Yeah, doesn't flinch. Just
I looked up that
him.
actress. That was a 25-year-old woman named Lauren Horsley that cut off that pigtail.
I was like, that woman is like 40 years old when I was looking at her.
Yeah, not a 25 that can play a teen. She's like a 25-year-old woman who like was on her second kid.
Yeah, she like a very suntanned and like cigarette smoking 25-year-old playing the most popular girl in school.
Yeah, lovely lady. Don't want to be a dick. I'm just saying.
No, it was
you
like
couldn't play a high
noticeable
school
though.
child in 2002.
Yeah.
Other than that, a classic beauty.
It's a Rizzo from Greece situation. Like.
Yeah. Sorry, I keep interrupting, Broccoli. What were you trying to say?
No, it's just. It was something you said earlier. I was just like, I think you said it's like a parody, but it's a parody of what? Like,
yeah.
If you ask the guy, ask somebody who made this, oh, okay, what is this parodying? He would have no choice but to shrug and like gesture all around him.
In general, it's a general
the world, man. Like, no, you have to have a source. There has to be a source you're pulling from to get this, and you're pulling from absolutely nothing. And like, I wanted to like, I like, even as we're talking about it, I want to like it. I want to like a lot.
Right?
Even as we're talking about it, I like the idea of everything going like crazy wrong in the background, and you're just not focusing on that. But like it has to tie into, it has to do something.
Yeah, it's a lot of bikinis and madness, which are two of my favorite things.
Right?
Yeah, but it's missing the essential like basic human logic chain, where like you should be doing those vignettes and then they all tie somehow, even if it's just to give a vibe, but they're all giving different vibes to the extent that I don't know anybody actually told any of those actors to do stuff. They probably just said, do something weird. And everybody did whatever the fuck they wanted.
Yeah, it could totally be. I mean, it's kind of like Beverly Hills 90210 meets like Alias or something. There's a bunch of spy shit going on. Like, it has a lot of really interesting things, but it's just really
You ever
bad.
seen Cool as Ice?
No.
Okay, well, it's a lot like Cool as Ice. Like, if the set designer from Cool as Ice was just allowed to go mad with, like, a Trapper Keeper designer, like, that feels like the world they've built. And then they got the same 5 extras and just said, do the fucking weirdest shit you've ever done. There, and then there, and then there. Follow the actors around and run in their path and just pose for something insane.
Have we mentioned at any point that we've cut away sometimes and they're just Klingon demons watching all of this?
Yep.
Like that's the audience for this show?
Yeah, because like I think what ends up being like the main like thing going on is that there's these aliens that are around Atlantis High considering like coming and joining humanity, but never leaving their spaceship because that's a cool set and they don't want to lose it. So they're just in their spaceship for the entire season. And then there's like 3 or 4 different groups of spies all like tracking the aliens and the students. And there's an apocalypse too. They kind of introduce.
See, I want to like that.
I know.
I want to like it as we're talking about
They
it.
introduce like all of the villains at once in this episode, kind of, except for Lucifer, who's the actual devil, who's like a big antagonist that you never get. You see him, I think, in the pilot. Yeah, I know. Like the devil is in this show. It'd be so fun, but yeah, like they don't make it to him, which is shocking since they make it to literally everything else in the pilot.
Yeah, it's hard to like because like just shit'll happen, like a flower pot will break, and you're like, oh, what's happening here? And then like 5 more will break, and then some will levitate around. And you're like, oh, so it's just like nothing. Just like I shouldn't have noticed that. Like there wasn't a point to it.
Yeah, you're always punished for catching one of the Easter eggs. You're like, oh, I saw that in the background. I wonder how that's going to come back. Oh, that the joke's on me. I should not have wondered that.
Yeah.
Like there's a child. He walks into a classroom and there's just the hanging feet of a dead child.
Oh my god!
I did notice that. Yes,
that was so weird.
Is there, Lydia? I did want to ask you. Like, that's just a dead child, right? That can't be anything else.
They could be like.
Did they reveal later that like there's
a?
Okay.
No, they never come back to it. They never come back to it.
No, he walks in the door and then like in the foreground, a child's feet are just gently swinging in the air, like with the cadence, the visual shorthand for they have hanged themselves. And then you're like, oh, you're gonna cut back and reveal that he's doing pull-ups or something. No,
they don't.
They never come back to that. And you're just like, that's fucking dark. That's crazy. It's a crazy thing to do.
It's like a 4 a.m. writer's room joke. Like, what if one of the kids is just dead, just hanging dead? And someone else is like, oh my God, that's crazy. I'm writing that down. And then they never like checked later if that was a sane idea. Like there's a disco couple in the front of the classroom, like slow dancing, like romantically falling in love next to the professor, who's just like this standard, like German, like Albert Einstein type guy. But yeah, they're just falling in love while this dead kid hangs from the ceiling. And then like some girl brings him a mouse and he eats it, like fucking V the Final Battle style.
Yeah, it's the poltergeist girl brings him a mouse like as if it's an apple to give a teacher, and he eats it.
He eats it.
He's an alien, we find out eventually, and he can control people.
We find out here he zaps him with fucking mind eyes. He's like, whoa, whoa, he shoots him with eye lasers.
He had the mind eyes in the pilot, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'll even give him credit. Like, if he turns out to be an alien later, okay, this is fine to do the mouse thing, to do the mind eyes thing. Let's go back to the hanged child.
Yep. I just...
Because that's one of those things you need to give the, oh, he was an alien context for. Like, oh, this was a child who can fly but is not very good at it. Or something. Like, you need to do something. Let's talk about the couple falling in love at the front that nobody's commenting on. What's up with them?
I think like in that classroom they always do weird shit, and I don't know if it's like that's the same classroom where the kid was weightlifting the tortoise and there was a kid getting a full massage. I think Josh Montana at one point is just up on the table getting a full shirtless massage from somebody.
Hell yeah.
And they're
like when he came in,
you give a way better massage than my priest, am I right? Am I right, everybody?
He comes in, he gives the girl a nudge. She gets up and he sits in her chair, and then she sits back down on his lap. And I was like, that's okay. Like, that's like a parody of something, right? That's the big man on campus doing something that seems insane. I'm like,
I get that. I understand.
Yeah, that's sane. You know, but a dead kid hanging from the ceiling, it's like, you need to fucking button that with a joke, right? Like, maybe like cut away and like the previous class was like a really depressing topic and he killed himself. You're like, okay, well, at least now we know it.
Yeah, at least there's a context.
There's at least a joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't just throw a dead kid hanging in the foreground.
I think I jumped us ahead talking about the classroom because we missed his conversation with Violet Profusion, the principal, and her assistant, which isn't really important.
Right.
But he does learn that the one big rule of the school is that you're not allowed to have, oh my God, how do I put it? It's like gendered, cheap, child labor made underwear.
Right.
Yeah.
Because this show is just fucking Mad Libs. Like little horny 13-year-old Mad Lib. And he wrote panties in all the blanks.
That's one of those, we've got the he was an alien thing again. Like, okay, you explain that. And the show thinks it explains it. Well, like at the end, I don't want to jump ahead. But the show's like, oh, okay. That's what was going on. But it doesn't at all. Like, we'll get there, but it's
But the panties are central to the plot of
They're
the rest
so
of the episode.
central to the plot, but it's like, why would that be a rule at the school? And it's just never explained. It just is the rule.
Because now we find out like he's ostracized because they find some furry panties in his bag, and everyone's like, "Hey, you can't have furry panties," and he's like, "Hey, I didn't. Those aren't mine." And they're like, now they don't believe him, and so so they all hate him. But then he feeds an apple to the girl who can't have apples.
Yes.
And she flips the fuck out.
Who has not been established before this. Like, we meet this girl, and then the show is like, you know what? This girl can't have apples. Oh, he gave her an apple. What the fuck? What are you doing?
Would you believe it if I said she becomes one of the 3 main characters of the show?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would,
100%.
because nothing means anything. Her, like, they explain that she is enraged by fresh food, and that's the explanation for the joke that just happened, which is that she flies into a rage and runs off after you gave an apple, and they're like, oh, she's enraged by fresh food.
Yeah.
End of explanation. You're like, was that the punchline? Is that...
It says it makes her criminally insane, which is like, it feels like something a really green writer would write, like a really overwritten joke that I don't know.
Again,
little moments like that makes me realize, like, oh, the people who made this were untalented, not insane.
Like, this is one of the ones that made me think, like, maybe, okay, at the time, because New Zealand's kind of an island, and I know, like, Hawaii has a lot of problems getting, like, fresh produce and stuff to it beyond like what they can actually grow there, and so like childhood nutrition is like a really big deal. Is this like
commentary?
Them talking about like the larger logistics of childhood malnutrition and living in like an isolated community? Like, that's how far my mind has to go. And then the guy comes up and he's like, no, she's enraged by fresh food.
See, I thought she was going to...
Oh, I'm the asshole for giving you the credit.
I thought at some point she was going to be revealed to be like an android or something, because she kind of dresses like always in like silver and blue. Like, a lot of characters, they dug a lot of characters. Like Octavia Vermont always wears purple. Jet's always in silver and blue, and she has like a blue wig. So I was like, oh, is she going to be an android or an alien?
Yeah,
no.
She's always just drinking chemicals?
Yeah, she drinks straight chemicals.
I just wrote Robot Girl. Like, there's nothing about her said anything other than Robot Girl to me. Like, it's crazy that she's not an android. Add that to the list of things that piss me off.
She should
That's
be
what I
an
mean.
android.
Is like you should, if you were doing that, then it's fine. But you didn't do anything with it. Instead of that, you chose to just be like, oh, I forgot we did that. Why are you bringing that up?
They fill our guy's locker with trash, but he also finds a secret passageway. And Lady, do you know what it led to? What the cinematic term for this is?
Yeah, I think it's called a Porky's.
That's exactly. It leads to a fucking Porky's hole. I'm so glad you know what a Porky's hole is.
I've never seen Porky's, but I know of Porky's. And I was like, are they fully doing a Porky's in the pilot for this show that I watched when I was like 12 years old? And the answer is yes, they do a Porky's.
Yep.
Yeah, they're watching naked children.
Watching a child have a shower. So our guy is a sex criminal. He doesn't like say, oh no, I shouldn't be looking at this. He's like, oh fuck yeah, naked girl. And
yeah, they're never like punished for it, or it's not like you shouldn't do this. The show, as far as the show's concerned, you just found something that kicks ass.
Yeah, it starts off like a joke because he also finds another boy at the Porky's hole, and that boy, later revealed to be an alien, is obsessed with things that are, oh god, I hate this. He's obsessed with things that are round, and he's like, there's a lot of round things in the shower, and it shows the shower head, but we all kind of know that that's not like what it's referring to. And then like they do that bit where he's like, that's just a shower head, it's not a UFO, and he's like, oh okay, and then he's like, oh my gosh, there are naked girls in there, and then they like both like fight to look in the hole again at the naked girls once the boy realizes that there are naked girls.
I took a clip of this, but I don't know if I should play it. It's like a minute long and just crushingly insane. I'll tell you what, I'll play it and we can decide if Jamie should cut it later.
Nope.
Do anything you want.
First thing he says. He gets caught looking in the hole. He says, I'll do anything you want.
Rainy? Listen, no one can know about this. They'll think I'm weird. They don't already?
I'm sorry.
I can tell you where the G-string came from, as long as you promise not to tell anyone that I was here.
Okay, yeah, deal.
Go to this address. Don't let anyone see you.
Meanwhile, you got fucking Donnie Elfman back there just going insane.
Come here to draw the flying saucers.
It's a good score.
I see them in my dreams. I have them
He's working
here.
so
Look.
hard.
The whole orchestra watching this scene.
Yeah, nothing in this scene has anything to do with this soundtrack.
Look up.
It's a shower head.
You're right. Hey, they got naked girls in there.
Also
I say
important
we
to
leave it in.
note that one of the two boys in that scene is later revealed to be at least 36 years old. He's been in high school for 36 years.
Oh, that does make it worse. It was already 10 out of 10 bad, but Jesus Christ.
That's the very complicated and compelling score for a 36-year-old man peeping at a naked child. Donnie Elfman back there just conducting as hard as he can.
So it's really getting easy to
a
see
felony.
why I am the way that I am. I feel
Yeah,
like.
now this makes sense now. Yep.
It's very funny to me of you to think of you coming to school, because it used to be, I mean, before really the internet took off and was everywhere, which is later than you assume. It used to be that you had such a monoculture. Like, you come to school and talk about the show that was on. You come talk about Buffy or something, and people would know what you were saying, and that's what you did. And then they're talking about Buffy, and you're like, yeah, did you see the one with the 36-year-old alien? And he thought it was the shower head, but it was really titties? And he's like, this chick's fucking crazy, man.
Yep.
Like, none of that exists. I went and looked on every channel that she said that played on. It was not there.
Yep. That was my junior high years.
All 8 people in your high school knew you were mad.
There were 50 in my class.
Oh, shit.
No wonder you were exiled from the village.
Yeah. Yeah, they wanted me out as soon as I finished the Trial of Fire.
How'd you do in the Trial of Fire?
Mid.
Yeah.
Mid or I'd be there running the village,
Were you able to
obviously.
pick up the Kroll blade?
Oh, yeah. Obviously.
Okay, good. So our guy got the address from the guy, the source of the G-string. So we have kind of a plot now, thanks to these panties. And he goes there and he immediately gets seen. Like, he forgets all about this being a stealth mission. He just goes in broad daylight and gets seen. But it gets weirder. The bearded girl comes out there and he asks her for a ride. And she refuses because he might shave or support shaving. And then the quarterback is there, Josh Montana, and he's in a shiny pink superhero costume. And I don't know. I feel like there's some kind of radiation leak in the plot, and also like in New Zealand. I'm
just waiting for them to make a joke or an observation, or even
something.
to point out. Like, it takes them a very long time in the scene to even point out, like, oh, you're in a superhero outfit. Because they just start talking to him like he's a guy. Like,
Right.
he's doing a superhero thing, and like they were not looped into that at the start of that scene. And they're like, I'm gonna make the decision to treat him like a normal man. No, that's fucking crazy that you're doing that.
There's also a radiation leak that I think they forgot to tell us about. I might have just been bad in my notes.
No, they did not.
Okay, so we knew about the radiation leak here at this scene? Or
No, like, they did not tell us about that.
Oh, they didn't
This was
tell us.
never
Okay.
before mentioned.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
this is now the plot. And this is now
Right.
the plot, like, with, I don't know, 8 minutes left in the show. The show decides, like, oh, fuck, we need a plot.
right.
Well, other than the panties. Like, they're like, you know what? This panties plot, this is not great. I think we need something bigger. There's a radiation leak now. Okay.
Right.
I forgot panties was the A plot. I forgot it was supposed to be a plot at all.
So now there's a bomb set to go off. They track the radiation. No, they don't track it by radiation. They track it by fruit skins, because the robot girl has been eating fruit and led this trail to her, because she's the one who knows how to got the key. It's like it's frustratingly close to kind of a story, like a bedtime story you would tell to a child after a radiation leak destroyed your mind. But like one thing leads to another at this point in the plot.
She gets a tiny nuke. She gets a really cute nuclear bomb. Like this, it looks like a Nickelodeon Teen Choice Award.
Again, because she was fed an apple.
Yes.
Because she was fed an apple, she somehow acquires a nuclear bomb and sets it to go off and destroy the school.
And we haven't even mentioned Octavia Vermont, the heroine of the show. Always wears purple. She's secretly a spy, a teen spy. And he sees her, Giles sees her in the very beginning and is instantly like, oh my God, he says the weirdest thing. He's like, I'm so in love with her. I would sled down Everest naked with a cactus or something on a cactus.
Something real stupid, yeah.
Yeah, he's in love with her.
There's a moment here that's weird when she shows up and like the robot girl can see that our hero is like in love with her. And so she looks right into the camera and like gags herself with a finger. And I feel like she's a little plain. I mean, I don't want to be a dick, but it seems excessive to stop the whole show to say, yuck, this bitch, right? Like, that's too much, right?
Yeah, and like Jet Marigold, the robot girl, constantly breaks the fourth wall like Jim from The Office. And she's like the only one. I don't know if it's because she's a robot or what.
There's a part here I came really close to liking where she was trying to tell them where the key was, but she's farting too hard. No one can hear her.
Yes.
So like, I'm like, sure. Okay, I'm kind of on board. But you're never going to guess where the key is in a crate of panties. Because the show is just horny baby Mad Libs. And they find it.
The crate of panties in the bathroom, taking up most of the bathroom that they have forgot to mention.
Right.
Like the camera pans over and is like, oh yeah, of course there's the crate of panties in the bathroom that we've been working around this whole time.
Which is the only illegal thing in this world of lunacy, is this one single crate of child labor panties.
Like they treat it like it's a callback, but a callback has to call back to something. It's not just calling backward in like the general in time. It's not calling to the past as if to say, please come forward the past. It's supposed to be to a thing that you have established before, but you never established what the panties were, why the panties were that way. You're just like, yeah, here's the panties. Oh, we're calling back to the panties. It's like trying to start a conversation on a road trip by just saying things that you pass. Like oh, there's a telephone pole. Oh, another telephone pole. Oh, there's another telephone pole. Yeah, fuck you. It's not a callback. You're just saying the thing again.
Yeah, it's I don't know. They're trying to tie all the plots together and just not doing a good job of it.
No.
But they never made any plots.
There's sort of a plot. The plot is sort of about the panties and sort of about nuclear bombs. And sort of about his first day in high school in Atlantis High.
I'll give you half of a plot on the nuclear bombs. I at least understand you don't want the bomb to go off.
Sure.
Like that's the base level of storytelling that I'm going to be happy about. Like the people don't want to die. I at least understand that. That's more than the panties storyline has. That was absolutely nothing. Like I kept forgetting that was happening because it was such nothing.
The show actually takes that away. I just realized that the panties plot gets completely undone because our heroine kisses the guy in the mouth, and then he falls into the box of underpants, and then everyone comes in and they're like, look at all these fucking sweet panties, and they're like, hey, right, remember, we can't have these. That's like our one rule of our town. And they're like, what if we didn't have that rule and we could just grab the random panties from under this really horned up young boy?
Yeah. Let me get the underwear this nerd went swimming in. That's what I want.
The principal of the school comes in and is like, oh, these are my panties. And they're like, you're not allowed to have the panties. And then when she says like, okay, I'm just going to change that rule. And then she says to her students, her assembled group of students, grab what you need.
Yes.
Grab all the slutty panties you want, children.
An assault.
You've got to entice those priests. That's a callback. That's how you do a callback.
Yeah,
we established that you fuck priests.
Comedy X-orgasm.
And this is why I am the way I am. So.
Wow. It's so telling, but also not at all. Like, I don't think this will help anyone understand anything at all. And I think it's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, this did not help, Lydia.
Nope.
I think there's elements that are things that I still find funny to this day. I actually really liked some of the jokes in the pedophile exorcism bit.
Einstein Hunter, Frankfurt. Einstein Hunter, Frankfurt. Unser Podcast genau. Und mit maximalen Schau. Sag Frankfurt Podcast. Korrekt. Ja. Der Kraft ist nicht gratis, nicht ohne. Schick die in die Hundezone. 4 eine Stunde.